welcome to this second video in a series of videos looking at buildings validation. In this video we will be talking about policy validation. In the first video we talked about the importance of establishing whether or not the damage was caused as a result of an insured peril. You may have established that the damage was caused as a result of the strength of the wind. However, is it covered under the terms of the policy? If it was a fence, for example, that got blown over, it is unlikely, as fences are normally excluded under the storm peril. Under an insurance policy, there will be general exclusions such as war, and there will be specific exclusions. So, for example, under the escape of water peril, there will be an exclusion when the premises is left unoccupied or unfurnished for a period of time. We need to consider this. If the premises were vacant when the loss occurred, we need to ask questions. When were the premises left? How long were they left for? When did the customer return? Did anybody visit the premises while the customer was away? If the customer was away for a period of time, perhaps in New Zealand, why were they in New Zealand? We may want to ask for evidence. This could be in the form of flight tickets. We need to be careful in our questioning of customers. They are customers and we shouldn't interrogate them, but we are entitled to ask reasonable questions. Under the theft peril, for example, there will often be an exclusion for cash unless there is evidence of forcible and violent entry. Is there evidence of forcible and violent entry? Have we seen the point of entry and have we seen the damage? We should photograph and comment in our side notes. There will also, under an insurance policy, be a number of conditions. One of the conditions will be that the customer has exercised reasonable care. So, for example, you attend a claim and there has been an escape of water. However, there is an area of damp with mould and it appears that this area has been damp for some time. The customer, however, says that they were only recently aware of the incident and took immediate action to prevent the situation getting worse. So why didn't they notice that area of damp before? Was it behind a wardrobe? Was it in a room that they didn't regularly occupy? We need to be thinking, asking questions and evidencing that we have done so in our side notes. We also need to consider whether or not a specific endorsement or warranty has been added to the policy. So, for example, there could be a security endorsement added which requires there to be certain locks fitted. We need to check and make sure it has been complied with. We also need to think about whether or not the item being claimed for falls within the definition of buildings as set out in the policy. I remember when I started in adjusting, there was always a debate as to whether or not culverts fell within the definition of an insurance policy and therefore whether damage to culverts should be covered. We need to be looking at the policy, considering and evidencing our thought processes in the side notes. Thank you for listening.